Hey y'all, we're Brothers Osborne, and this is Backstage at the Ryman. We've had the honor of playing this room several times, but this is the first time that we've headlined this room. It's so important to us that every time we come here, I feel like there's never a moment where I don't have at least some sort of anxiousness or a little bit of nerves stepping on the stage, and it's a nice feeling. When we just had started Brothers Osborne and we came out here to perform, we hadn't had any songs at radio, we hadn't even made a record yet. We stepped out here to play to CRS, which is Country Radio Seminar. It's interesting to see now, all these years later, that the first time we're headlining, some of these very people will be back in this room. Yeah. It's nice to kind of remember where we started.
The shows here are always different than shows that you go elsewhere to see. I think it has a lot to do with the history of the room. It has a lot to do with the shape of the room. A lot of theaters that you play, the balcony is set far back. There is an intimacy here. The stage is like the perfect height. So when you're watching, you feel like you're right there in it. And that's the experience that you want at every show. And it doesn't necessarily happen, but it always happens here like that.
There isn't a bad seat in this place.
No, there really isn't. And it sounds incredible. This place is tuned acoustically to sound great. And that's the best thing about the Ryman Auditorium, is that there isn't a bad seat. It's not going to sound bad.
One of the first shows we saw here was Ricky Skaggs and the Whites, and I remember them stepping away from the microphones and just playing acoustically to the crowd, just to show how well this place was built for that. And those are the kind of moments that you hope to come in here and capture that kind of thing. We have songs that can be really loud, but we're going to try to also have moments tonight that we can really take it down. Really, it's more fragile and delicate, and just kind of really work the room. Another thing we really love about playing here, those moments you get to have special guests. We'll kick it off the first night with Lucy Silvis and Dirk Bentley and Maren Morris.
We love having guests on stage at all times. If it was up to us, we would travel with 100 buses. But it's also an honor, to be playing in town and have my wife, who just happens to be in town tonight, to come in and sing. And we're a family. I mean, we're Brothers Osborne. No one else in the band is related to us, but they might as well be our siblings, and that's how we treat all of our friends, like our family. And you wouldn't really want to do this thing without people like that in your life. This place is sacred to us. There's something that happens right as you walk on stage. It seems like there's something spiritual flying around the room that is lifting you up on their shoulders. And the first note you play to the last note you play it's kind of spiritual. It's going to be so much fun. You'll leave having the best night ever. You can't go wrong.